emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, he understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Alabama's offense will get first crack at it here. The last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game. For Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game change. On both sidelines, both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
It's a seam wide open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Austin Mack bringing the heat. Complete to the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Slams ahead. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Tigers gets to come out for its first possession of the game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. Auburn lines up quickly.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football and be more physical.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to Washington. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Motion from the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Mack. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Thanks to grab. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Can't get him to the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt, but I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Caught behind the line. It's Edwards. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Russell. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And
guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. The offense changing the play. Fourth down, Russell. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. pulls it and fires to the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off the play fake. He's got his man across the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. This is the essence of rivalry games, the big moments that you just say a few words and everybody remembers where they were when it happened. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the air on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. That brings them to within one. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Running inside, it's Cobb. Picks up the first down. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down, and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. Auburn's going. Send out the punt team. This This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. On the move to his left. Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking deep. Upstairs, he's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Throwing Russell. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Looking for a man. It's Russell. He's got the back in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Now on the move. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Putting together a nice drive. Couple of first downs in the books. Now 1st and 10 from the 44. That's caught. It's Edwards. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Again, it's Russell. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Hill. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He breaks a tackle. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellows, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks.
And the returner will be brought down. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes a connection. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move, it's Cobb. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets a block. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Russell on play action. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The run inside. It's Cobb. He has 89 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Auburn to the line in a hurry. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. He'll run for it. Finds a little space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Offense in a bunch formation. Might as well give it to him again. Ball spins away. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Auburn going to work with another first down. Send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. The snap sets up the throw. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Washington again. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, running back on the move.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Keelan Russell. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jenkins.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position for them.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. On the move. Maybe some room here. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. This team desperately trying to hold on, trying to avoid the late season upset that could be so costly. Breaks into the open. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. We've got a potential big upset percolating in. could spoil everything this team's worked for up to this point. He'll keep it on second down. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Russell got out of trouble, got rid of it. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Looking for more room. The 40. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown Tigers. What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Time for the offense to try to put together a 4th quarter drive to break a tie. Throwing Russell. Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. It's complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Running inside. It's Hill. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Alabama quickly back to the line. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
I like a nice quick decision by your quarterback. See what the defense is doing, and again, know where that yellow line is. Go get to it and get the 1st down.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got his man on the right. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the outside to the left. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And his throw is incomplete. The Iron Bowl coming down to a long field goal, and where have we seen this before? And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's a give to Washington. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Keeps it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He got it! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Might be changing the route. Keelan Russell. Connection to the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can... A shot toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And with that turnover,